All right, President Trump sending a serious message to lawmakers yesterday.
The president writing on Truth Social, quote, "I will not sign the housing bill, which has been fully approved by Congress and sent to the White House in protest over the fact the United States Senate is not capable of passing the Save America Act, which is polling at 97% with the Republican Party and very high with the non-political Democrats. The Save America Act's non-passage is crazy and a serious threat to any politician who votes against it."
Joining us now, Saturday in America anchor Kayleigh McEnany. All right, Kayleigh, welcome. I want to talk a little bit about the Housing Act because I do think there's a lot in there for both parties. It's not a bad, it's a good bill. It could be helpful even to the president. But I so understand his frustration. Who would not want you to know that you're a citizen before voting? And everyone knows there's cheating going on with the mail-ins.
It's basic common sense. We have shown the polling ad nauseum. It is an 80% support bill. I would venture to say it's the most popular piece of legislation ever presented to Congress.
Agreed.
I would argue even more so than the housing bill. I've yet to see all of the great polling about the housing bill. It's an important issue, no doubt. But this is an 80% issue.
Yes.
Where is the will from Republicans? I am so frustrated. We've got Rick Scott, we've got Mike Lee, we've got Jim Banks, we've got a few good ones in the Senate who are fighting tooth and nail, coming up with innovative ideas. Let's use the talking filibuster.
Why doesn't Thune and McConnell and others who are obviously not for it, why?
They've been there for a very long time. They respect the so-called procedures of the Senate, the filibuster, which, by the way, is not in the Constitution. It's an arcane Senate procedure. And at a certain point, when your opponent says, we're ready to toss it, and there's only one senator I know of that's against nuking the filibuster that's been on the record about it, that's Senator John Fetterman. When your opponent's going to do it, you just sit back and you respect the Senate procedure that your opponent will nuke in, hey, maybe a year.
But it's parliamentarian procedure, Kayleigh, and
I
the
know.
parliamentarian, which President Trump's actually started to go after her a little bit more. But my question to you is, so that was clear messaging on the president's part. He knew that it would be symbolic only to not sign it because it would become overnight law, which it did last night into this morning. But Congress comes back this week and this next week. So will we see this messaging produce tangible results?
Yeah, because, look, every senator or congressman can still go tout the housing bill if they want to do so. I do not think the average American is sitting there saying, I cannot believe the president did not sign that. How dare he? It's the law of the land. At the end of the day, I would note there were some conservatives against it, like Rick Scott and others who had other plans who say, you know, federal intervention in the housing market isn't the solution. So there are good arguments against it, too, and for a better path. But if you think the housing bill and whether the president had an on-camera moment signing it is going to determine the midterm elections, I think you're just delusional and maybe reading Politico Playbook and Punch Bowl a little too closely.
And I love the fact when he's talking about the popularity of the Save America Act, he notes that it's very popular among non-politician Democrats. And it is true, and that's true. As you point out, it's probably the most popular piece of legislation we've seen in a long time. So what do you have coming up on your show?
Yeah, so I am very excited. I'm a Rush baby. I have been my whole life. It's the reason I'm here in large part. And I spoke to Catherine Limbaugh yesterday. She said, I'm in New York. Could I come on your show? I am so excited to sit down with Rush's wife, Catherine Limbaugh.
Awesome.
Also very excited, Secretary of Education, Linda McMahon. We have the DSA's playbook, James Blair on how to defeat it, Joe Gruters, Andrew Yang loves Trump accounts, and Patricia Heaton. You know her from Everybody Loves Raymond, but we're going to delve into her Christian faith. Very excited.
Oh, what a great lineup.
Yes, it'll be exciting.
And Catherine Limbaugh, I'm a Rush baby, too.
Yes, and so is Charlie, and we've talked about that. He inspired a lot of people.
It's going to be great stuff. Look, I worked in talk radio in the 90s, started Ollie North's radio show when Rush was at the peak of his, radio career. Sean Hannity was the next guy coming up behind him, so it'd be really fascinating to get her to weigh in.
I'm actually not a Rush baby. I'm a Rush young adult.
You're a Rush baby. You are.
You're a Rush baby.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.